Cory here from Grow Ensemble, and in this video, we'll be sharing 7 examples of social entrepreneurship in action. This video is part 2 of our 3-part series on Social Entrepreneurship 101. Before we jump into examples of social entrepreneurs and their various initiatives, let's start by recapping the most important piece from part 1 to this series, where we offered our definition for what is social entrepreneurship. Social entrepreneurship is the undertaking of a business or enterprise for the purpose of positive social or environmental impact. Okay, a definition now in hand, let's get started. Here are 7 examples of social entrepreneurship in practice. First, we have Gia Schneider and Nitel Energy. I refer to Gia as a conscious engineer. While in my interview with her, she considered herself far less engineering than her co-founder, her brother Abe Schneider. Their company, Nitel Energy, has designed a new hydro turbine to create what they call high-performance, fish-safe hydropower. Nitel's turbine design couples ecosystem restoration with renewable energy production. They are helping to make hydropower more available without the historic drawbacks, mainly river ecosystem degradation. As social entrepreneurs, they've targeted a very specific environmental challenge and have produced a highly technical, precise solution. Next, we have Brett Isaac of Navajo Power. To me, Brett embodies the social entrepreneurial archetype of the community leader. His company, Navajo Power, was founded to maximize the economic benefits of clean energy projects for tribal communities. What Brett is doing emphasizes to me this critical point as we seek to decarbonize our economy. Sustainability is less so about changing what we do and more so about changing what we value. As a social entrepreneur, sure, Brett and Navajo Power are positioned in renewable energy, but I see the most important impact they are driving to be more social, ensuring that the clean energy economy is not just clean, but equitable. Next, 2 examples for you. Nivea Chanta with the Soapbox Project and Brandon Harvey of Good Good Good. Each of these 2 I would call micromedia social entrepreneurs. Nivea Chanta is on a mission to help turn climate anxiety into action. She hosts a community for folks to learn about climate justice solutions, create action plans, and build accountability together. She also writes an excellent newsletter, The Change Letter, which offers weekly bite-sized climate action plans to help you take action. Brandon and his company, Good Good Good, say they help you find good news, celebrate good news, and become good news. They've taken an approach to highlight and curate solutions-based news, so that readers are left engaged, active, and hopeful, instead of hopeless and full of despair. Micromedia social entrepreneurs like Nivi and Brandon are driven to raise awareness to important issues, inspire people to action, and build communities, digitally or physically, while doing so. And now we have Dean Saikon of Dean's Beans. Dean is what I would refer to as a standard bearer social entrepreneurial archetype. Dean's Beans offers specialty coffee as a vehicle for positive change. Dean himself was previously an environmental and indigenous rights lawyer. He then co-founded a development-based nonprofit, Coffee Kids, and then he came around to founding the for-profit business Dean's Beans. Plain and simple, a standard bearer like Dean can look at an industry, like the coffee industry, where mainstream business practices are exploitative and extractive, and see, 1, that isn't right, and 2, that isn't justified. It doesn't have to be that way. Whether that's Starbucks' union-busting campaigns stateside or children as young as 8 years old picking coffee beans on their or Nespresso's supplying farms, social entrepreneurs like Dean both believe and practically know exploitation isn't just an unfortunate but necessary byproduct of doing business. Exploitation is chosen by leadership in business. And so comes a different kind of business, like Dean's Beans. A vehicle for showing that coffee can be sourced and sold ethically, fairly, and with an environmental consciousness in mind. Social entrepreneurs like Dean believe that you either do business the right way, with complete ethics and sustainability in mind, or you don't do business at all. And now we have Shamini Dana from Dana Inc. Shamini is a social entrepreneur that I'd classify as a collector, someone who can help us see the treasure in things many of us classify as trash. Shamini and other social entrepreneurs like her are committed to showing that we can waste nothing, and things we previously thought of as trash or disposable have a second, third, or fourth life of use, beauty, and appreciation ahead of them. Let's take, for example, her designed circular memory jacket, a jacket assembled from overstock materials and your old t-shirts. It's meant to be as symbolic as it is practical, finding ways to use what we wear as a means to encapsulate valuable memories, while also giving new life and function to things we otherwise might throw away. And then there's Madeline Shaw, a friend I mentioned earlier in part 1 of this series. Her company, Isle, formerly Luna Pads, was responsible for bringing modern reusable period products to market. And so I see Madeline's social entrepreneurial archetype as a provider. She founded her company and brought these products to market in 1993. Social entrepreneurs like Madeline look at a space as she did with the landscape of available period products and think a better, more sustainable alternative isn't being provided. It just doesn't exist. Some other examples that can quickly come to mind: Jeremy Lang of Pila brought the first compostable phone case to the market, the Pila case. Or Sarah Keck of Bees Wrap, who created a reusable and ultimately compostable food storage wrap from beeswax. Providers might be first or might not, but as a provider, they see that consumers can be helped to make better buying decisions, more conscious buying decisions, if they are given better options. That might mean innovating on a non-sustainable product like the plastic bag, plastic phone case, plastic wrap, or tampon, or making a product more accessible or affordable. Many sustainable products are priced so that only households with disposable income can afford them. All right, y'all, there you have it. 7 examples of social entrepreneurship in practice. If you'd like to dive deeper and learn more, go to growensemble.com/social-entrepreneurs for even more examples, ideas, and case studies. You'll notice here, these are strictly for-profit models. But as we talked about in part 1, social entrepreneurs can adopt any model, nonprofit or community project included. More of those examples are at growensemble.com. But perhaps with these examples here that I shared with you, a seed has been planted, and you'll be well ready for our final part to this 3-part series on Social Entrepreneurship 101. In our final video, we'll share how to find your business idea that will change the world. Lastly, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter, The Better World Weekly, where over 7,500 readers from all over the world, we explore together the art of living and working sustainably at the intersection of business, nature, and philosophy. That's at growensemble.com/newsletter.